Hello. How's it going? It is Tuesday, day after Memorial Day. I didn't vlog the last 2 days. Monday my husband was off work. It was yesterday, so we were busy, and then Sunday I was just busy. So, hi though. I don't really have any updates since my last day of vlogging. Like, I've been busy, but like, I mean, nothing has happened. It's Memorial Day weekend, so. I've been busy working on my tarot stuff. Let me see. What else have I worked on? That's really the biggest thing. Like, my hair's doing this weird thing. It's still drying from the shower. Like, it's still damp. And, yeah, it's doing weird stuff. I haven't straightened it yet. I think I'm gonna have to, though. It's looking a little interesting. Daniel's at work. He works 1 to 10 today. That sucks. Tomorrow he works 8 to 5. That sucks even more because he gets off work at 10 o'clock tonight and then has to be at work at 8 o'clock tomorrow. But tomorrow is my birthday, and while he's not off that day with me, at least he works 8 to 5, so he has like the whole evening home with me. So that'll be fun. We don't have any plans. I still haven't heard any updates. Like, I haven't been paid for last week. They haven't cut a check for this week, so we're a little low on funds right now. Such a pain in the ass. So because of that, we have no plans tomorrow for my birthday. Yeah. Like, there are things on my mind that I would like to talk about, but the people it's about might watch the video. So, can't do that. I would like to. I would like to just be able to talk honestly and get things out. I've said before that I use this as kind of journal, but I can't discuss my thoughts on things that involve people that I could watch. So, yeah. I just have to deal with it. Like, sometimes I feel like I need someone to vent to. And, like, my husband is here, and I do vent to him when these things happen. That pisses me off. But, like, venting to one person never quite feels like enough. Like, I need somebody else to vent to also. Like, I need 2 people. But who knows, maybe if I vented to a second person, that still wouldn't feel like enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just frustrated with a lot of things. Like, and I'm doing my best to stay positive in my life and not let shit get to me. But it happens sometimes. It's very bright and sunny outside. It's supposed to rain though. I swear to God, it said by like 1 o'clock it would be rain, but that's freaking bright sunshine. Let me see. Oh, the chance of thunderstorms only 14% for 1 o'clock. and then 20% for 2 o'clock, and then 30% for 3 o'clock. Did they just make this shit up? 40% for 4 o'clock. Oh, at 5 o'clock it becomes 51%. But then at 6 o'clock it becomes 49%. So then it starts decreasing. But then at 3 a.m. it's 3%. Oh, it's making me laugh. I think we're actually getting to the time of year in Florida. I can't remember exactly where it starts, but I think we're actually getting to the time of year where there's like a chance of rain pretty much every day. And like most days it will start raining in the afternoon. For like a little while, like afternoon or evening. It's usually during the summer, so we're not quite there yet. But like there's a chance of rain every day for the next 7 days in my little 7-day forecast. So I actually really like the rain. I'm pretty certain I've said that before on here. Pretty sure I've said that. Can we see? What the fuck is the current? Currently it says smoke. What? Also, see, you can see down here there's chances of thunderstorm like every day in Orlando. It's currently 93 degrees. I have not walked in quite a while because of temperatures. Sucks. Yeah, chance thunderstorm like every day. I like thunderstorms, so I like rain. Sometimes I just put on like rain sounds on my computer just to listen to it while I'm doing stuff. It's just relaxing to me. I always like to open the patio door when it's raining so I can hear it better. I feel like I'm just rambling today. It's probably accurate considering I don't really have anything in particular to talk about, you know? Let's see, which deck should I draw my daily draw from? I think I'm gonna use the Enchanted Map Oracle for my daily draw today. Let's see what I get, shall we? We shall experience this together. I'm not the best at shuffling. I mean, I'll get them all out of order. What are you doing? Why are you trying to get up on the desk? What's that? What are you doing? You know Daddy would not be happy about you being on his desk. I'm not either. It's an expensive keyboard, a fairly expensive mouse, an expensive computer. Alright, let's see what card I get. Movement. This is so weird. There's like an ostrich that looks like it's walking across kind of a beach. But then on its back is like landscape stuff and a windmill. And also there's a snail on its head. This is what it looks like. So if you look closely on the ostrich's back, there's like this whole little landscape. At least I think that's an ostrich. It looks like one to me. And then if you look at his little head, there's a snail on it. And that's just weird to me. Alright, let's see what this card's about. I haven't used this deck a whole lot, so I'm not real familiar with it. I am assuming it's going to tell me something about, you know, like taking action, moving forward, that sort of thing, since the card's called Movement. Let's take a look-see at the little book, shall we? For Oracle decks, you kind of have to look at the book sometimes, because there's no set like thing with Oracle decks, and so like I have my own interpretation, which I think it's gonna be talking about like if, you know, you need to move forward, based on what I'm seeing here. I'm assuming that snail's hitching a ride on the ostrich because the ostrich is much faster than he is. There's also a hot air balloon in the back that also is movement. I mean, even the water in the background is movement. You know, water moves, right? Even the clouds in the background are movement because clouds move constantly. But anyway, with Oracle decks, because they're all a little different and they all have their own interpretation and such, I like to look at the book and see what was intended for the card. This is the time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You are in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. I've actually been wanting to change my hair for a while now. I just don't have the money to do it. I want a cut, and I want it colored either purple or blue. Or a mix. That just costs more. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form, and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. So yeah, pretty much exactly what I thought it was, right? I do like to, with Oracle decks though, because they're all so different. They're not the same as tarot decks. I do like to look at the meaning, like what the people that created the deck intended for the card after I get my own kind of interpretation of it. And mine and theirs matched. I mean, theirs obviously went into all kinds of detail. I mean, they did write a little book. It's such a cute little book, though. Like, it's little, but, like, there's so much in it. I really like it. And it has, like, a little reproduction of the card right there. You know, not, like, full size, obviously, but I actually really like this deck. And I would have never picked it out, because maps just, like, aren't my thing. And it's called the Enchanted Map. But Daniel really likes maps, like all kinds. Like, you know, when a role-playing game comes with a map, you know, like back when people used to get like a hard copy of the game instead of a digital copy, you know, and it would come with like a map. Like, he always likes to look at the maps and stuff, and or pull them up online or whatever. And so he actually picked this deck out for himself, but I actually really like it too. I think it's really cool. And I think it's really cool that I wouldn't have looked at this deck if it weren't for him. Like, I would have never, like I would have just passed it by on the shelf, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I think things have calmed down. Sorry. We had a little delay there where I had to stop recording because one of my cats was throwing up. He's fine, but he has a sensitive stomach, so sometimes he throws up. Oh, let me take my glasses off. I don't like wearing my glasses on camera. They like reflect everything. I don't like wearing glasses, period. I swear to God, I will pick them up like by the leg, and I will put them on till I never touch the lens. And I'll be like doing stuff on the computer, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what is on my lens? And I look at them, and there's freaking smears on them. There's smears right now. There's a smear right here. How? How the fuck? I don't touch them when they're on my face, other than to take them off. I don't understand. I hate wearing glasses. But I can't wear contacts. My eyes just don't tolerate them. I used to. I wore contacts for a very long time. From like age 12 to 20... 2003. It's like 2003 or 2004. So I was like 22 or 23. So like for 10 years, I wore contacts pretty much every day of my life. Then I got LASIK done. Obviously, as evident by my glasses. Well, I guess it's not completely evident. Basically, the LASIK did not get me to 20/20 vision. It got me a hell of a lot better. Like, I can sit at my computer and do stuff without glasses or contacts. I don't know if that's putting a strain on my eyes, which is why I am making sure I wear my glasses, but I can. Like, I can drive without glasses. I prefer to have glasses because I can see street signs much better and earlier, like sooner. Like, I don't have to be as close to them to see them when I have my glasses on. But I can function without my glasses or contacts, whereas before my LASIK, I could not. Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell this is a camera in front of me right now. So, anyway, what I was saying before my cat started throwing up is about this deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. This is something I would have just passed by on the shelf. Like, I wouldn't have even picked it up to look at it. So I'm really glad my husband got it because I like it. It's cool. It's cool. Well, thanks for being with me as I did my daily draw. I've already burned out my new candle. We bought this candle at the grocery store because I was out of jar candles and I really just like jar candles, and this one is Creamy Vanilla Swirl. It was like $3 at the grocery store. It smells so good. I love the smell of vanilla. I love it. But as you can see, we're pretty much done here. Pretty much time for this one to go. I don't have another one now, so I'm gonna have to go back to just burning tea lights. I have like a whole bag of tea lights. See this? There were originally 50 in here. It's quite a bit less now. But, you know, I gotta get a little like plate or something to burn them on. I don't like to burn them just like by themselves, but anyway, I like to use candles. Makes me happy. It's pretty. I like the flame. I like to watch it. Hi, Ashley. Wanna come up here? Come here, sweetheart. Come on. So, Lestat is the one that was throwing up. He is now under my desk. Ashley is right here in the floor. Where are you going? What are you doing? Want to say hi? He's going to play in the blinds. The blinds are all sorts of jacked up from him playing in them earlier. Well, he doesn't really play in them, but like, I've shown you before on here how he'll lay like through them. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway. Alright. I'm gonna let you go for now. My day is not that exciting. I may, I don't know, I may turn the camera on, like, maybe when I eat lunch or something and just talk to you while I eat. Kind of like a mukbang or mukbang or mukbang, mukbang, I don't, that thing. Eating shows. If I remember right, that's what it translates to, is eating show. I'm not like a huge fan of like true ones, because if you actually look the word up, like what it is supposed to be, it does translate to, I think it's eating show. I think it started in Korea, like South Korea. It's Mukbang, if you haven't heard of it. You know, there's all kinds of like communities and genres on YouTube, right? There's vloggers, there's you know, makeup and beauty channels, lifestyle channels, there's video game channels, there's prank channels, I don't want to talk about that. There's gossip channels, there's drama channels, there's like cooking channels. Well, whatever, I don't know how to, oh, eating broadcasting is literally what it translates to. It is South Korea. I can't get a consensus on how it's actually pronounced. Everybody pronounces it differently. Or eating room is another, like, anyway. But what it's supposed to be, it's pretty popular on YouTube right now. It started in South Korea though. It's supposed to be like food, and generally a large quantity of food being eaten on camera. Like, whatever. It could be pizza, it could be like noodles, it could be ramen, it could be freaking Burger King, like whatever. So I'm not a fan of watching like the true ones that are like a large amount of food. But, and I actually hate the sound of people eating, like that kind of smacking sound that some people do. Like, not everyone does it. Like, I never hear it out of my husband when he eats. But I have been to like dinner with friends before and heard that smacking sound, and oh, it just grates on my nerves so much. So much. Anyway, but one channel I watch a lot of has started doing like some of them, but they're not doing like large quantities of food. Basically, he's just treating it as like he's having a meal with us, the people watching, right? So like he just talks about, you know, whatever comes to mind while he's eating. I mean, he does like show the food, because like you're supposed to show the food, like the food's supposed to be like if you go watch any of them, like the food should be like visible in the video and shit like that. But my eyes itching. My skin's all nice and moisturized right now. I did my skincare a little while ago when I got out of the shower. But I don't like the ones that eat large quantities of food, that like seem to be eating more than like normal. I don't like the ones that it's like that they're smacking. I don't want to see the saliva on the food. That is so gross to me. That will literally make me like I will have just a reaction that I can't control of almost vomiting. But the one that I watch, I've actually mentioned his channel before. It's Peter Mon. He will occasionally, like, he'll just get some food or whatever and film like him eating it, but like it's just like him talking to you. Like to me, the way he does it, the video is like not focused on him eating. It's more focused on like interacting as much as you can from a recorded video with his viewers and just like talking to them. And so I actually enjoy it. The only thing I hate about it is it always makes me hungry. Like, it always makes me want food. Um, you know, he did one from Panda Express, and I was like, damn, I want some Chinese food now. I didn't want Panda Express, because I'm not a big fan of their food, but I wanted, like, some fried rice and stuff. Which they do have. He did one where he picked up some Wendy's. Like some chicken nuggets and a burger, fries, a Frosty. And I was like, man, Wendy's sounds really good. That's the downside about watching them, is they'll make you hungry sometimes. Like, if what the person's eating looks good. But yeah, I don't really watch hardly any of them. Like, one, like, big channel that's fairly known for those type of videos is Trisha Paytas. I watch her sometimes, but I can't do her over the top stuff. So I don't really watch her anymore. There was at one point I was subscribed to her. I don't watch her anymore. But so I like when Peter does them because it's not focused on the food. Even though the food's visible and he is eating, like, it's not focused on the food. But I think it's kind of cool because it's kind of like you're having a meal with that person, and at least that's how I look at it, kind of. And it's how, or, you know, looking at his comments, it's how a lot of people look at it, apparently. So I thought, you know, maybe sometimes when I'm home alone and I'm eating, I might just turn on the camera and be like, hey, what's up? And just talk while I eat. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of eating in front of people, though. I always feel like I'm gonna be judged. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of getting over that just because I'm doing videos on the internet, you know, pretty much every day now. Almost every day. I miss some days. But, like, I'm putting myself out there on the internet, so it's kind of making the whole judging from other people thing, like, less and less important to me. Like, more and more where I don't care. People are always going to judge you, right? Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, people are going to judge you. So why does it matter? There's no way you can keep that from happening, so why does it matter? Like, it always amazes me, like, how selfish people are. Like, I'll watch a YouTuber and they're, like, trying a new background out. And some comments will be, oh, I love the new background. Don't go back to the old one. I love this one so much more. And then the next comment will be, I hate this background. Why did you change? The old one was better. Go back to the old one. And my thoughts on these two, you know, types of comments are that both people are being incredibly selfish. Like, it's one thing if the person asked for opinions, which, to be honest, is stupid. Like, I'm not gonna ask, what background would you like to see behind me? Because, you know, right now I have, like, 12 subscribers. But if I had, like, 1,000 subscribers, which sounds like a lot to me right now, even though that's not, like, really a lot on YouTube. But if I had, like, 1,000 subscribers, that's gonna be 1,000 different opinions, you know? I mean, there's gonna be some that line up with each other, but, you know. You can't ask a question like that and get a consensus. Like, I'll see makeup YouTubers post polls on Twitter about, like, what their next video should be. And a lot of times it just ends up in a tie. Like, especially if it's between two options. Like, if there's, like, 4 options, it seems to work a little better. Like, one of them may get, like, you know, 70% of the vote. But if it's between 2 options, it almost always ends up 50-50. Or, like, really close to 50-50. So I'm like, why do you ask? Like, it's your channel, just do what you want. You know what I mean? Because people are always going to judge. And one person's going to love it, one person's going to hate it, one person's just going to be like, meh, whatever. Like, there's no one thing you can do, say, be, look like that's going to make everyone happy or all of your subscribers happy or whatever. Like it's just not a thing. It's not a thing that's gonna work at any time. You know, there's some people that reacted badly to Peter starting to do those. Some are good with it, some don't care, and some hate it. But like, he didn't ask for opinions, really. Like, he sort of, you know, was like, if you like these, let me know. Well, like, the people bitching about it, I'm like, number one, you're being selfish, because if you just look through the comments at all, you will see there's a ton of people that do enjoy it. So you want this YouTuber to change their content just for you. What about the rest that like it? Like, that's really selfish to me. To me, it's really simple. Like, if you don't like that type of video, then don't watch that type of video. Period. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. Just don't watch that type of video. Like, I'm gonna keep using Peter as an example. Just because he's one that I probably watch the most, just because he really, like, literally puts out like 3 videos a day. Because he has 3 YouTube channels that I watch. He has his main channel, he has a vlog channel, which he does post on every single day. And then he has a channel that, like, he tends to read, like, meditations from books and stuff like that. It's kind of about just being emotionally healthy, like working on that kind of shit. That one he puts like a video out pretty much every day. His main channel he puts a video out on pretty much every day, sometimes more than one. So I have like 3+ videos of Peter to watch every day. So he's probably the one I watch the most. He's not the only one. I have a list like this long of people I'm subscribed to. But he would be the most watched just because he puts out so many videos. But anyway, so I'm going to use him as an example again. He does some videos on his main channel where he just like gets like a tabloid or gossip magazine, you know, at the store, the grocery store, and just goes through it and like laughs at shit in it and, you know, stuff like that. I personally don't find those videos entertaining. Like, I just don't. So when I see that that's what the video is, I just stop it. Go to something else. Like, it's not that serious. Like, I don't feel the need to comment on it and be like, why do you do these videos with magazines? I don't like these. You should stop these. Because that would be incredibly selfish of me. There are a lot of people that like those videos from him, so who am I to tell him what to do with his channel? And that all these people that do like it don't matter. Do what I want you to do instead. You know what I mean? Like, it amazes me how often people do this shit on YouTube, where they try to tell the YouTuber how to have their channel unsolicited. I guess that it's one thing if you ask for opinions, then you should expect to get opinions. But to me, also asking for opinions doesn't make sense, because everybody's different. Some are going to have positive opinions, some are going to have negative opinions on what you're doing. It's just the way it is, you know? There's one tarot channel I watch. Hang on. So, there's one tarot channel I watch, and she will do tarot reviews where she's going through like an entire deck. Well, a lot of times when people are showing like an entire deck, they'll have the video set up where they're not in it at all, and the camera is basically pointing down at a table, and they have the cards on the table and they're going through them. So like you can see their hands and the cards, but that's about it, because the video is to show the cards, right? And so she mentioned she did one the other day, and she started the video out just, you know, sitting like I am, like in front of the camera. And she said that some people like say that they much prefer her videos when she shows her face. for the tarot review videos, but then other people were like, we want to see the cards up close and clearly, and that's much easier to do when you do that kind of overhead setup instead of, you know, picking up a card and holding it in front of the camera. This is not as clear. As if, you know, I had the camera set up overhead and I had that card laying on the table. So, I mean, she decided, like, to sort of compromise, and basically she will start the video with her sitting there and talking about it a little bit, and then it will switch to that, like, overhead view to show the cards. But, like, again, I'm like, stop being selfish. Like, just because you prefer one thing doesn't mean that everyone prefers one thing, you know? My throat was getting dry. Alright, my throat got really dry there for a second. I had to, like, stop filming because it actually made me start coughing. And, like, my eyes started watering. Alright, back. I'm alive. Yay. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling. As long as I've been rambling, I probably shouldn't record anymore today. Yeah. So the point of all of that, though, let's just say I might sometimes try talking to you while I'm eating, just so it doesn't really feel like I'm eating alone. Because that's one of the downsides of me being home all the time, with my migraines, is that I'm home alone. Like, Daniel works 40 hours a week. Sometimes he gets a little overtime, but basically he works 40 hours a week. So that's 40 hours a week, you know, not counting a little bit of drive time, that I don't see him, that I'm home alone. So sometimes it's a little more than that too. Like, sometimes he'll take a 30-minute lunch and stay at work. Sometimes he takes an hour lunch and comes home. So yeah, I wouldn't feel quite as alone. That's part of the reason I like the vlogging anyway, because it just feels like I'm having a conversation with someone. I mean, it kind of sucks that you're not talking back to me. Can you fix that? Could you start talking back to me? I mean, seriously. I mean, you can talk back to me through the comments. It's just not like real time. So, alright. I'm gonna let you go for now. We'll see if I decide to do any more filming later. I'm gonna have to do more editing on this one than normal. I gotta edit out when my cat started throwing up. I gotta edit out when I started coughing. Jeez, so much work today. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video, whether that's later today, tomorrow, or whenever that might be. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you have a good week. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello. Hi again. I decided to record a little more. It is 9:50 p.m. So you're probably not going to see me very well. Hang on, let me put something bright up on my computer. There we go. Alright, let me take these glasses off so my computer screen isn't reflected in them. I never did straighten my hair, so it looks a little fun. It finally started raining. It's been thundering. I think it's been lightning too, but I don't know, because I don't have the blinds open because it's dark outside. I don't like opening the blinds when it's dark. Daniel should be getting off work in like 10 minutes or so. I got an update. From the disability company. And it pissed me off. So far they've been doing approvals for about 30 days at a time. the initial application was 6 weeks. They did that, and then every time they've extended it, it's been about 30 days from my last doctor's visit. So, like, I had a doctor's visit February 13th, and so for that time they extended it to March 13th, okay? And then on March 13th I had a doctor's appointment, and then they extended it to April 11th, which is when my Mayo Clinic appointment was. That's why it wasn't quite 30 days, because they would only extend it to my next appointment. So after the Mayo Clinic visit on the 11th, we were trying to get an extension approved to May 15th. That's what my neurologist had put on the paperwork after my Mayo Clinic appointment. But they were being stupid. They kept claiming they didn't have the information. Like, it was getting stupid. And then that's the time when my work's HR even, like, got involved and claimed they didn't have enough information to extend my leave at work. So I ended up going to my family doctor May 1st. It was May 1st. Because I still hadn't got the approval past April 11th at that point. So I went to my family doctor on May 1st, and he submitted a bunch of information to them, stating that my next appointment was June 1st, and to do the leave through, he put June 2nd on it just to give a day. So that was sent in. Oh, I just started wiping off part of my lip color. Oops. I did the whole putting on lip color thing again today to trick myself. It's not biting my lips. It works for me. But then I forget I have it on sometimes. It's kind of weird. Like, you'd think I would notice I have it on. That's why it keeps me from biting my lips. But then I forget I have it on. I don't know. I don't understand my psychology. So, family doctor May 1st, he put on it June 2nd. My next appointment with him is June 1st. So I figured there wouldn't be a problem in them extending it to then. That's 30 days from my last doctor visit. So that's what they've been doing, right? No. I already told you that I got a letter saying they only approved it through May 20th, and that if I was going to need to be out longer than that, I would need to submit more documentation, which confused the hell out of me. So I emailed, this is getting darker because I'm looking at my email, and I already told you about the emails I sent. So the last email I told you about was the one I sent, I think I mentioned in my earlier, like in an earlier clip from today, that I emailed them again, but I'm not sure, so let me tell you again. The last time I mentioned in videos before this was that I emailed them on May 24th asking what the hell. Why is it only approved through the 20th? That doesn't make any sense. I saw the doctor May 1st, my next appointment's June 1st. Why is it only approved through May 20th? So he didn't respond. As of today, I hadn't got a response. Of course, yesterday was Memorial Day, Saturday, Sunday, those 3 days they were closed. But he still had Thursday the 25th and Friday the 26th. He could have responded to me, and he didn't. And I didn't get his out of office reply, so, because when he's out of office, that's what I get. So I sent him an email this morning saying, I need an update on this. My rent is due in 2 days. So he finally responded to me today at 3:45. This is all he says. Per our medical staff's review, we were only able to extend your claim to May 20th. We will need your June 1st office notes to review for an extension beyond May 20th. What the fuck? Like, I saw the doctor May 1st. The doctor put on the form June 2nd, because my next appointment is June 1st. We'll reevaluate then. But they determined that they only have enough information to extend it to May 20th. Like, that literally makes no sense. I mean, no sense. There's no way that the paperwork my doctor sent them and the office visit notes is only enough information to take me through May 20th. Like, what? Like, I'm so irritated. Like, I am so irritated. Plus, he still didn't explain shit. So I responded again, going, I don't understand this. I saw the doctor May 1st. He filled out the form for June 2nd. Why are they only approving it to May 20th? Why are they only approving 19 days? Like, it's not even like a round number. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's 19 days. Like, why? Like, I am so annoyed. Like, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me bitch about this, but this is my fucking livelihood. Like, my husband and I cannot survive on his income alone right now. We can't survive on either of our incomes individually. We need both of our incomes. Both of our full incomes gives us just a little bit extra every month. I'm not getting my full income right now. I'm getting 60%, and I'm getting it fucking sporadically as hell. Like, our apartment complex just worked with us on May rent. They let us wait until the 20th to pay it. They didn't have to do that. Like, they did not have to do that. They could have filed eviction on the 10th. Because that's when they normally would. I don't want to ask them to work with us for June again. But there's no way I can pay June's rent until I get paid. Like, there's no way. Like, I had to pay other bills with, like, the check that I got that was for like 5 weeks. It covered May's rent, which I paid on the 19th. And it covered, like, some other bills. Like, it covered the April car payment. It didn't quite make it to 30 days past due, thank God. Electricity, it covered that. And it covered our internet bill for May. The electricity, by the way, I think was the April. No, it was the May one. It was the May one. And I know some of you are probably going, well, if you can't, you know, afford this, then why do you have internet? Well, because the internet is our lives. Internet is how I keep an eye on our checking account. Internet is how I communicate with and check up on my disability claim. Internet is how I communicate with my doctors. That's literally all we have. Like, we don't have cable. We absolutely don't have cable. We have, when I look at our bills, hi Ashley. Ashley's here. Hi sweetie. But why are you on my, what is happening? There's a cat. Hi Ashley. Don't. If you sniff the camera, it may fall. Just no, don't. I'm looking at the viewfinder, what it's showing. That's hilarious. Okay. Lay down, Ashley. No, don't put your butt on my glasses, alright? Good God. Anyway. We don't have anything that we can take out of our bills. Like, our bills are literally, all, like, requirements. We have rent, renter's insurance, car payment, car insurance, and our car insurance is high for reasons I don't understand still. What, Ashley, seriously? What are you doing? We have electricity, internet. Is that everything? Hang on, I gotta look at my. I am a spreadsheets kind of person. Hang on, I have a fuzzy in my nose. That's from him. That's from that little shit right there walking by. Freaking tails on my face. Rudeness is what that is. Rudeness. Let me see. I can't. I have to like look. I'm a spreadsheet person, like I said. Like I was saying before the fuzzy interrupted me. Damn it! There's still a fuzzy. Oh, our cell phones. Yeah, I forgot that one. Yeah, that's it. That's our bills. So it's not like we have a bunch of extra shit. It's not like we have 5 credit cards and, you know, $100 cable package and like, you know, all that shit. Like, we don't. And for our cell phones, we have the lowest data plan. The lowest data plan Verizon has is 2 gigabytes. Megabytes. Whoa, that wouldn't last. 2 gigabytes. We share 2 gigabytes between our 2 phones. Because we use Wi-Fi at home. Daniel uses Wi-Fi at work. When I was still going to work, my work had Wi-Fi too. So 2 gigabytes of data is actually plenty for us. Most people I know have like 5, 10 gigabytes of data, or they have the unlimited data plans. Hang on, I'm gonna go turn the light on. I just feel like it's too dark in here. And you're probably wasn't seeing me very well. So my point is, our bills are as low as we can get them. They truly are. And our car payment's not like really high. Like, it's not like $200 because I don't have good enough credit to get that. My credit is still recovering from a bankruptcy years ago from when my ex-husband and I got divorced. My credit is still recovering from that. Plus all the stupid little shit that's happened since then. Like, luckily since I've gone on disability, we haven't had any issues that affect our credit. But we have in the past few years. Like, the first job I got here in Florida, when we moved here, I got laid off of like less than 6 months in. Like, I was staying with my dad when I first got here, and the day we moved into these apartments was a Friday, and the next Monday when I went into work, I got pulled into an office and told, we can't afford to pay you anymore. So I went on unemployment, and unemployment calculates things great. Unemployment was a huge pay cut. Like, a huge pay cut. So, like, we couldn't even pay rent the next month. I think we paid it for, we moved in January. We did pay first and last month's rent, so I think February's rent was already paid for. Plus, like, the 2 weeks of January, like that, we'd already paid for up front. So it was March's rent. It was either March or April. It was one of those months. I think it was April, actually. Because I think we had our tax refund too, and that helped us get by, because my unemployment wasn't enough. So our tax refund helped us get through. But I think it was April's rent, because I got my next job, which is my current job that I'm on leave from, I got it April 7th of that year is when I started it. I think it was April 1st rent. It was like that last month that we couldn't come up with a full amount. But luckily, our renter's insurance has an unemployment benefit to it, where they'll pay up to $500 of your rent. So we used that to cover April. But there were other things that like just didn't get done around that time. You know, you get laid off a job, it's hard to, and like we had just moved, we had nothing left in savings, like, it just, like the couple, like 2-3 years before we moved here to Florida were really, really rough for us. There was job losses, there was, yeah, that basically. That was really the biggest thing. When we came to Florida, we didn't have a car. And we only have one car, by the way. So we only have one car right now. Yeah, it's been rough, but like we've learned a lot. That's why one of the reasons why our bills are minimal. Like it's only the stuff we need. Like we don't have a bunch of extra shit. I've learned that lesson. I'm in my mid-30s now. I've learned that fucking lesson. I've been through bankruptcy, you know. I've been through eviction. I've been through foreclosure. That was also from my ex-husband. I've been through cars being repossessed. Like, it's a rough fucking thing sometimes. And what we had really been trying to do was get more financially stable. That's what we've been working on the last couple of years. When we first moved in here, we were banking on my income. Because Daniel actually didn't have an income, because he was living, like we couldn't live in the same place for a little while, because when we left Oklahoma, which is where we came from, my dad couldn't take both of us in here in Florida. He said he couldn't afford it. And then, so we went to North Carolina first, which is where Daniel's dad is. They couldn't afford both of us, they said. So we were forced to, after 30 days of living there, my dad came and got me. So this was like end of July, beginning of August of 2013. So I came down here to Florida to live with my dad while Daniel continued living with his dad in North Carolina. And Daniel was working. He was working at Walmart at the time. Not a big deal, but it was a job he could get. They lived in a small town. There wasn't a whole lot of option. Fast food and you know, grocery stores, that kind of thing. But then whenever he came to Florida, that was some loud thunder. He didn't have a job. So, and he came to Florida the day we moved into this apartment. Me and my dad drove up to North Carolina and picked up our stuff that was there, picked up Daniel and our cat, and like one cat at a time, and then moved into this apartment. Hang on, we have to do the thing. The thing where I have to stop recording and restart it, otherwise my camera will do it for me and then it doesn't do the audio right. It doesn't transition well. So, so we moved in here, it was like mid-January on a Friday. And then, like I said, of course, Daniel was immediately going to start looking for a job, and the first place he was looking at was grocery stores. We were limited because we only had one car, though. And yes, there are buses here. I love it when people are like, just ride the bus. When it's not that simple. Like, we've actually looked at some bus routes for him when he was looking at jobs, and there were more than once that we saw where it would take an hour for him to get from the bus stop at our home to the bus stop at the job he was looking at, which was only like a 20-minute drive away. but because of my work schedule, like it wouldn't work. And then if you've ever worked in grocery, like in a grocery store, your hours change every week. Buses only run so late. You know, like when you apply for a job and they're like, okay, we're open these hours to these hours, these days of the week, can you work all of that? Well, if they're open till 11 and the last, you know, they want you to work, to be able to work close, which at a grocery store maybe you might work till 11:30 or even midnight, you know, you might work like an hour past. Well, if the last bus runs at like 10:15 for you, then how are you getting home? You know? So it's not as simple as just take a bus. But anyway, the point is, we were kind of limited. So he applied, there were a couple of grocery stores within walking distance, so he applied to those first, and he got a job at one of them. But that didn't happen till like April. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, and I was applying at places like crazy too, because I lost my job. So from mid-January to April, we had just moved in this apartment. I was on unemployment, he was unemployed, so like we were fucked. Hang on, my husband's here. Gonna stop recording now. Okay, thanks, bye. See you tomorrow.